I will now hand over to PC Thomas.
All of you have got Equilibrium in front of you. If I can get you to grab a copy and turn to page 15, because it really hit the spot. I don't know how AIRAH timed it, but it's wonderful. Thank you so much for that. All right. So we've been hearing what Peter told us about AI. We've been talking also, I liked his 7 deadly sins. Peter, I want that slide. I want to use that for my lectures. And white boxes. I think that's pretty, that's really quite crucial for us. So in the room, you know, we're talking about putting together an accreditation scheme for modelers. There's some reasons for that. I'll go into some of that when I do the keynote. But if we can go to the next slide. Essentially, why are we doing this? Because in Australia, we actually have quite a performance-driven national construction code. The code is developed by the federal government, Australian Building Codes Board. And within the code, there are embedded methods for compliance which use energy simulation. So we also use energy simulation in Australia, like in many other countries, for all of the voluntary schemes. We have Green Star, you have LEED, BREEAM, and things across the world, of course. And we have something called a neighbours commitment agreement. Again, I'll cover that a bit in the next keynote. And these require fairly complex models. Some of them require you to simulate reality. Wow, what a concept, okay? And of course, at this point, we don't have any recognition for the significant number of skills that you need to do, or the number of diverse skills that you need to bring to putting a building model together and actually getting an output that makes sense. There is no audit process or vetting process except really for the neighbours commitment agreement and a little bit of a review for the Green Star models. So that's what sort of drove us to start thinking about that. So what are we doing? We are basically saying that IBPSAA has the chops for simulation. AIRAH has the technical expertise for air conditioning systems. And by the way, that does make up a fairly large component of buildings, or the energy used for buildings. So these two associations would be the right associations to be able to do an accreditation scheme. It would, of course, help if you have an accreditation, right? If you are under a code of conduct, then your consumer of simulation, be that a government, an employer, someone who wants to know that at the end of the day they're going to get to that benchmark that they put, they would have some more confidence in the person doing that. So we're working towards that. We have presented the idea to the boards of both associations. They've not thrown it out of the door, so that's good. It's a good start. So watch this space. Over the next couple of years, hopefully we'll have something up and running, and that'll be good for everybody within the Australian community of building simulators. I'm sure there are other accreditation type things going on around the world. I know the US has got something. Others are looking at it. We'll certainly be looking at all of those things. The idea is always, I guess, it's got to work within the regulatory regime of the country that it's being developed in. That's why we're going to do the one over here. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much.